I'm in conversation with skincare entrepreneur Portia Mngomezulu. And Portia, I must say, you certainly had all of us in a tailspin when we heard some of the numbers involved in that business. I guess the other dimension for me is maybe from a market development perspective. It's quite clear that when we look at the beauty and the cosmetic space, historically there's been this gap of products that speak in particular to us as black people, be it here on the continent of Africa or in the diaspora, and other people who don't fit into the mold of, I guess, white flowy hair or sort of white skin, which is broadly what many of these major brands have been servicing historically.
Sure.
When you look at that shift and move towards sort of more African-based products, do you see that as a market development opportunity? And how do you get into some of those markets outside of South Africa?
I honestly believe that Africa is ready to embrace its own. We've seen it through us. I mean, nobody knew who Portia was, but they were ready to embrace us because we are Africans. Our products mainly are made for Africans under the African sun, and I mean everybody that lives in Africa. Our vision is to be a cosmetic giant in Africa. First, we are in other countries now. We're supplying Clicks and the other retailers to Zambia, Namibia, Botswana, Swaziland, Lesotho. We're looking into going into Nigeria. There's huge demand for our product there. And I believe this really is an opportunity for Africans to rise. It would have broken my heart if one day I knew about the secret of marula and I had somebody from Paris doing a cream in the same ingredient that belongs to Africa and come back to sell it to us. When we are as much capable as they are.
And I like the point that you're making, which is around intellectual property.
Yes.
We had a similar instance here in South Africa, I think about 18 months ago, where there was one sort of skincare brand that felt that their product had been replicated by someone. It's quite clear yours is a very distinguishable product. How important has that been in saying, right through from the production and manufacturing process through to how we look from a marketing perspective and a labeling perspective, that it is distinctly a Portia Mngomezulu outcome?
It's very important to be yourself. I mean, this brand is named Portia M, and these are my favorite colors. This is my energy. This is what I'm giving to the world, So it was very important that we are distinct. We believed in our own colors. I mean, people love our packaging. We're continuously improving. However, we had to be distinct. We were not afraid of green. It's a health color. It's an African color. Africa is a very green country. White represents health. And we didn't want to look like anybody else. We wanted to look like Portia M and be accepted in that way.
Yeah. We saw in the insert earlier on the space that you're working in, and I'd like you to maybe speak just briefly about that space. I know you've expanded quite recently, and I'm also quite interested in how many people are working with you.
Okay. We currently have about 39 full-time employees now.
39?
Yes.
Wow.
And we are in over 2,000 stores nationwide. So we indirectly create over 2,000 jobs with merchandising of our products. When we started, obviously I started in a garage at home, and we moved into the innovation hub where they gave us a 40 square meter space, and we grew quickly there. We went into a 700 square meter space, and now we occupy a 1,400 square meter factory, and it's getting smaller.
How has the export business influenced how you organize your business?
I've always wanted to export to other African countries. I think it's it's still a growing part of our business, and we want to invest more in that regard. But it's definitely a channel that we want to expand in.
Let's take a look now at, I guess when you look from a product development perspective, you've got quite a few things here. There's, body wash, moisturizing lotion, baby oil, anti-blemish, day cream, and all manner of other things. From a product perspective, what are some of the other new areas you want to go into?
We are launching our anti-aging range, which will be available at Clicks in August. The baby range will be available in September in major retailers. We want to expand more into color makeup, masks, body washes, and of course, according to what the customer wants, like I said,
Okay. And, I like the point you were making earlier on, that you do want this to be a continental business. At this point in time, I mean, from an equity perspective, you own 100% of the business, I assume. Let us know what that looks like. And I guess as you expand, is there a possibility for some of the people that are watching this who have potentially seen Portia M as an investable opportunity? Are you in the market for that as well?
We are a family-based business,
Okay.
but a generational business.
Intergenerational transfer of wealth.
Of wealth.
Okay.
You know, we need an African giant in cosmetics.
Yep.
You know, we cannot be founders of companies and selling them afterwards. You know, we have to prove ourselves as well as Black people that our businesses can grow from generation to generation. As much as we would like to have investors, but the total control still needs to remain with the Portia M brand.
Okay. Now, for the entrepreneurs in the beauty and cosmetic space that are watching this, I mean, a lot of them would be interested in two things. How does a normal day for Portia Mngomezulu unfold? One, but also two, what are some of the things that you've learned then? The reason why I ask that, many entrepreneurs will say, well, I try and keep meetings to a minimum. I try and free up the space so that I can continue to develop the business and the product and the like. What are some of the things that you've seen in how you conduct your affairs every single day that you think could be a tip for many people who are out there trying to make their name, trying to, I guess, hustle to break into the space and access this market?
Okay. I believe that it's important to take care of your customer first. The customer comes first. There will be meetings. I structure my day as the customer, 90% is given to the customer, and 10% is given to suppliers. Okay. You know, and of course, after that, there's family time. However, when it comes to business, 90% is dedicated to the customer, listening to the customer, improving on what the customer wants. I love what I do. I mean, I love marketing. I love to see the reaction that our products is building out there, interacting with people, you know, through our product. I also mentor people who are in cosmetics. I've got the Portia M Foundation, which I use it to give access to other businesses so that I can share the information and all the challenges that I've learned. And hopefully, you know, they won't go through what I went through. Yeah.
Awesome. Portia Mngomezulu, it's been a pleasure to have you here on Business Unusual. Wish you all the best as your business grows from strength to strength. And I certainly hope you're going to leave us with some of these products. I think the team there in the production booth, they want your products. So I've been asked to beg you to leave some of the products behind. And to the team there, of course, I'm a day cream corner, I'm a lotion corner, and then I'm a baby oil corner. And unless I for about putty, sorry. Maybe next time. That was Portia Mngomezulu. For our mama, I made it Friday. I'm seeing a marula oil body lotion there. So for Putiza, that's the one there for you. That's a wrap from us here at Business Unusual. It's been a pleasure to be with you on this Friday. Back with you again next week.